At my mother's birthday, my brother threw wine in my 14-year-old daughter's face. Just minutes earlier, he had tossed the birthday cake, my daughter's handmade gift for my mother, into the trash and insulted my late wife. My daughter stood up for herself. What I did next made everyone scream in shock and fear. The room was loud before it went quiet. Glasses clinked. Someone laughed too long. I stood near the hallway, hands folded, watching my mother accept gifts like receipts. When my daughter stepped forward with the cake box, the room thinned around her. My brother took it from her without looking at her face. He turned, walked 3 steps, and dropped it into the trash by the pantry. Chocolate frosting smeared the liner. He wiped his hands on his jacket. "Too messy," he said. "We don't need homemade." People watched. Nobody moved. My mother adjusted her necklace and pretended not to hear. My daughter said, "Calm. That was for Grandma." My brother lifted his glass. "Your mom's always sentimental," he said. Eyes on me now. "Married a man who couldn't keep a site safe. Left you a check and a kid." The word check landed wrong. I felt it land. My daughter didn't cry. She said, "Don't talk about my dad." Wine arced, red across her cheek, across the front of her dress. She blinked, stunned, and the room inhaled at once. I didn't raise my voice. I took the napkin from the table and pressed it to her face. "Bathroom," I said. She nodded. Someone whispered my name like a warning. When we came back, my brother was already explaining himself to a circle of relatives. "It slipped," he said. He smiled like a habit. I reached into my bag and took out an envelope. Thick, the kind people notice. I set it on the sideboard under the family photos. No names, just wait. My brother saw it. His smile paused. I said, "You should clean that up." I nodded at the wine on the floor. He didn't. My mother said, "Please don't make this worse." The envelope stayed where it was. I let the room sit with it. Then I slid it open just enough for the corner to show. A bank header, a signature line. Not everything. Enough. My brother stepped closer. "What is that?" he asked too fast. I said, "You told everyone it was a check." He laughed. It cracked. "You're bluffing." A cousin leaned in. Phones lifted. The air changed. I tapped the envelope once. "Not for you," I said. "For her." I looked at my daughter. She stood straight, napkin in hand, eyes dry. My brother's jaw worked. "You can't," he said. "Dad promised." The shift was small. It sounded like the ice in a glass melting. I took out my phone. One thumb, one tap. A transfer screen glowed. The room saw the number. Someone gasped. My brother reached for the envelope. I slid it back. "Stop," my mother said, finally loud. I pressed confirm. The collapse was not dramatic. It was sudden. My brother dropped his glass. It shattered. He grabbed my wrist. Hands pulled him away. Someone shouted to call the police. Someone else shouted not to. I turned the phone so the nearest aunt could see the confirmation line. Her face went pale. "It's done," she said, like a diagnosis. My brother yelled my name. It didn't reach me. I took my daughter's hand. We walked toward the door through a corridor of faces. Behind us, my mother screamed my name again. A chair scraped. A phone fell. Outside, the night was sharp and cold. My daughter squeezed my hand once. Behind us, the front door burst open. Voices spilled into the street. Someone said my brother's name like it was already an obituary. My phone buzzed. Then again. Missed calls stacked. A message preview flashed from a lawyer I didn't save. I didn't open it. I started the car. The house lights flickered, as if deciding whether to stay on. We pulled away as sirens sounded somewhere close, not yet ours. And then my phone rang again, this time from a number I knew too well, and the screen lit the car like a warning as the consequences began.